Welcome back, everyone, to the Graveyard Shift, where two idiots talk horror. I am your host, Hayden, and today I'm with my co-host, Graham.
Hello.
That was better than all the other times.
That was actually one of the best ones we've done. So today we are talking about Happy Death Day.
Then the reason why we're doing this one is because birthday boy over here.
So we're gonna do one for your birthday too.
Yeah, we're doing the second one. But we're doing yours first. We're doing you first because yours is before mine.
Yeah. So I'm March 21st and you're
April 8th.
April 8th. I always want to say a different day in April.
What day do you think in
I
April?
was thinking April 13th. I don't know why.
April what?
13th. 1-3.
Why 13th?
I don't know.
Well, here's an easy way to remember. Dale Earnhardt Jr. What car did he drive? You're not an NASCAR fan.
I don't know who hold that guy in my life. Anyway.
Dude, you're gonna piss off so many people saying that.
Who is it?
Do you not know who Dale Earnhardt is, or Dale Earnhardt Jr.?
No. I'm not a car person.
Dude, I can tell you, we're gonna have some fans like blowing up the comment section. How the fuck do you not know who Dale Earnhardt is?
I'm not a car person.
Sadly, I am. No,
I'm not a car person.
this is not a car thing. This is NASCAR.
Okay, I'm not a NASCAR person either.
I bet you could go upstairs and ask your parents. Your parents will know who Dale Earnhardt is.
They don't really watch NASCAR either.
They still know who it is. Okay, come on, birthday boy.
Okay, so today we are doing Happy Death Day, which is like a groundhog type movie.
Very groundhog.
Yes.
Very groundhog-esque.
Yes. I thought it was really enjoyable.
Oh, it was.
So we followed this girl named Tess, or Tree.
It's
Sorry, Tree.
Which is an odd name to name your kid, to be honest.
I think that was her nickname.
If it's short for like Teresa or something, I could see it. Or something else. But why Tree?
I think her name was Teresa or something. Happy
I can see it as
Death
Teresa.
Day.
Or Teresa or something. It's just Tree's like a short version.
No, it just says Tree on this, but I'm pretty sure that's her nickname.
Why?
Anyway, it follows this girl named Tree, who really isn't a good person at the beginning.
No. Basically, the very sleazy girl you meet in college that sleeps around with anybody.
Yeah. She's in a
mostly my
sorority. She's in a sorority, and none of them are really good people either.
No.
They all kind of like are, the B words. Not gonna say the word because I don't say those words. Yes.
Just let me say the word.
Okay, well that's I'm trying to give you a hint, Tail.
Okay, they're bitches.
Yes. And I hate the weather change. And so she's not really what?
So the weather changed, I'm looking for the rain.
And so I ignore him, don't worry guys.
You did this to yourself.
I know I did. And oh my gosh. Okay, so for those hold on, pause. We just got done doing the Leprechaun video. And now we're doing this, so we've been stuck together for almost 2 hours now.
Yeah, almost 2 hours.
So I get annoyed with them sometimes, very very easily.
Well,
also, if you want to know what's been going on in our lives, watch the intro of the Leprechaun video.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Yes,
we're not going to recap it.
No,
but I'll have to post the Leprechaun one.
Well, that one comes first anyway because
I know. I'm just reminding myself that I gotta do that this week.
Yes.
I still need to add the other two from before.
We don't need to worry about that one yet.
No, but we still have the other two.
Yes, but I'm saying get the Leprechaun done.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get the Leprechaun one done first.
And obviously this one too.
No, I'm gonna wait till it's after your birthday.
I mean, if you want to wait till next year, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm gonna post for next.
Really confuse people then, I guess.
Just for that, I should just repost this for next year. Just screw it.
Honestly, that would be kind of like that would be
the groundhog.
Yes. And just repost yours.
To be honest, we should do that.
Okay,
That's
we need
not
to
a
add
bad idea.
we need to add this file so that way we don't have
Ah,
talking about.
this is where I need you to edit shit.
Okay, so anyway, going back to the movie. So if you want to know what's going on in life, go to the Leprechaun video. That's a cue, by the way. That's a cue. Um, and so she's not a good person.
No.
Um, but her character was interesting to follow. So she makes
It's I want to okay. It's to me her character. If anyone has ever seen Pitch Perfect, I say hers is very close to like the main character Bella.
okay. Is that the I can't think
I
of
don't
her name.
remember her name either, but it's the same one who voices the.
She plays she plays in Parent Trap.
No,
No.
no, that's not her.
Okay.
Have you ever
Okay.
seen the movie Trolls?
No.
What other movie is she in? Um, I just remember her
Wait,
mostly
no.
from
I'm
Pitch
thinking.
Perfect.
Sorry, I'm thinking of Mean Girls. Hold on.
Yeah, you are.
I'm thinking of Mean Girls. Hold
Look
on.
up Pitch Perfect.
It's perfect. Close.
Pitch.
Yeah, the P didn't res when I pressed it. It's fine.
Well, was P silent like the pterodactyl there?
Um.
This one right there, her. Anna.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Becca, not Bella. Becca.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But
Okay.
her character is.
It's been a while since I've seen Pitch Perfect. That's
I'd
a problem.
I'd say her character is very close to, except for my sleeping around with people. The attitude is there.
It's been a while since I've seen that movie though, so I can't really like. I haven't seen that movie before. Which one yours?
That is surprising.
Why?
That's a good movie.
I mean, it is.
To be honest, I like musicals, so I listen to a lot of.
I do too, but like I don't know. I always forget about that one.
That is my dad's favorite musical.
Really?
Yeah, he anytime that movie's on, he'll turn it on, sit there and watch.
See,
I think
right
it's
now,
because it has the Breakfast Club song in it.
gotcha. I need to rewatch it then. Um, right now I'm hyper focused on Epic,
Yeah, that is a good series.
and I'm kind of just gonna guess we're gonna be listening to that on the call.
I mean, if you want to listen
On
to that,
well, just gonna guess.
Kaylee should definitely listen to that.
Okay, so we'll
To
listen
be
to it.
honest, I'd listen to it too.
Yeah, Kelly and I will probably be seeing alone.
You, you think I won't?
Okay, I didn't know if you would or not.
Dude, she plays the 24/7 every time we're in the car. I let her take control of the music, and I'm singing with it.
Okay, so I'm gonna text your fiance after this and be like, we're
She
listening
already
to Epic.
knows which ones are my favorite.
No, I'm gonna text her saying we're listening to Epic in the call.
Okay.
Anyway, sidetracked. Both ADHD.
No shit. You trigger mine, to be honest.
I really do, don't I?
I can manage mine. You turn it on.
I can't manage mine. Not
No,
one
you
bit.
can't. And then mine just immediately kicks back on, and it's like, God damn, we're doing it right now. Focus on the movie. And why does your chair constant? I can feel it. It just sinks down. And just and then all of a sudden, I'm like, shh.
Anyway, so she wakes up in some dude's bed in his dorm room.
Yeah.
Um, and his roommate comes in and like says something like, like, did you get that fine vagina last night? Something like that.
I think it was. Did you get that fine pussy last night? I think he
No,
said
it was
fever.
vagina.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, it was vagina. Um, and so she walks past him, and they
Then you start. So basically, this is like Groundhog's Day, or if anybody who has watched Supernatural, there's a Groundhog scene in that one
really okay.
with the whole intro of the music and the scene that goes on, and you were just watching the day as it goes by, and then all of a sudden it recaps the same way. But continue.
So she sees like different things happening. Sprinkles. Oh, someone asked her to help with global warming.
Yeah,
Okay, I
as
can remember it
the
was
sign
global
of
warming.
flyer for global warming. Then there
Um,
was a sprinkler and a couple that was making on the grass. And
yes,
some guy got drunk. Some frat boy got drunk and passed out. And
I wasn't sure if it was drunk
oh, he was drunk.
because to me that was more like he was like they were doing that all night because the guy made some type of comment like 26 more to go or something like that, and that they've been doing that for a while. And he was just tired.
I think I thought he was drunk.
I don't know.
Okay, I could be wrong.
Yeah, don't know. Um, if he was drunk, I took it as more like he was tired and he just passed out
Maybe.
from being.
It could have been both.
It could have been both.
Some people stay up late just drinking.
And then she passes a girl going into a sorority house, and she waves at her. And then I'm trying to think of what else happened. Oh, then like the leader of the sorority says something to her.
Oh, you mean the dude, I swear to God, you did this in the last video. You were not that sleight of hand.
I'm not. There's a reason I don't play
There's
cards.
a certain term for the girls. I think it's like a mother or something.
I don't know. I obviously I know this like sorority.
One of my cousins was in a sorority. I can ask her.
I
The
think
term.
my sister was in a sorority.
It's a certain term for like a mother or something.
Can I show them what I just gave you?
In case you haven't watched the last video, he's been dropping these gold coins.
It was supposed to be a bit, but then
It was supposed to be a bit. I was supposed to do my Irish accent, which for some reason wasn't really. I
did it for the first 3 times.
for the first 3 times. Like it comes out naturally sometimes, but other times if I try to force out, I sound like I'm trying to do Schmiegel from. Yeah, see, I stole him.
I still have.
Yeah, he's got so much, and this is how much I've collected. Oh, I'm on the wrong screen.
What's the name?
Here's where we need our camera back up to where it was, because then you can point it down.
Yeah.
But here, like that much. But you are not that sleight of hand at all.
So then she goes upstairs to her bedroom, and her roommates, like, oh, you're back, have fun last night. And she's like, oh, by the way, happy birthday, and hands her a cupcake. And she blows out the candle, throws the cupcake away, and walks off to class. And then we know
she doesn't walk off class. She walks.
She goes to class.
Oh, she does.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to remember it.
Yeah, she goes to class, and then we find out she's sleeping with her teacher.
Like every other.
Yeah, which should not surprise anyone at this point.
No, that's common in college. Not saying I did, but that is common.
Yeah, but she's sleeping with her teacher, and
she's trying to get the D. She's trying to get a D in class.
And
he's trying to give her an A.
As she
Dude, remember who's your co-host here.
Anyway,
this should not surprise you at all.
Anyway, as she starts making out with him, the wife knocks on the door.
And she's got to scramble.
And she has to scramble. I think the wife knew.
I wouldn't be surprised if the wife knew, the way she kept looking at her.
Yeah, the wife knew. The wife's
But the way that she had to quickly fix herself to look like she was sitting at the desk.
Yeah. And so she goes out, and
I was gonna say,
my brain just turned off for a second. It's really late.
It is late. It is late for both of us.
Yes.
After this night is definitely going on. I was gonna say, when are you gonna give me the rest of the coins?
Do you have 100?
I don't think I have 100. But it smells like. See, this is where I'm trying to force it out, and it doesn't work.
You're doing really good at doing that.
I was doing it pretty good. Well, it smells like me gold.
There you go. And so,
if
she gets.
Sorry.
She goes back to the dorm, and the lights turn off.
There's like some power outage.
Yeah, some power outage, and after that, she goes to a party.
You know what I should have done?
What?
I have like legit gold coins at my house.
Well, we'll do it for the next LabCon video.
I know. Why didn't I think of that?
I don't know.
Continue.
Okay, so
ADHD, remember?
I know. Don't remind me about. What were we talking about?
The death movie. Happy Death Day.
That movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're up to the scene where the wife walks in.
I need to do the descriptions for these videos.
Yes, you do. You also need to do the description for the others if you haven't done.
Which ones?
The 11 Mile and Five Nights at Freddy's.
The 11 Mile. I've done the 11 Mile.
Oh, you did? I might have not seen it on the thing. I might have just overlooked it.
Okay. I'll double check here. Remind me when we get done.
Okay.
Anyway,
ADHD, dude. Come on.
we need Kelly here to keep us on track.
So we're at the blackout.
Yes, the blackout happens, and then she starts walking to the sorority party.
Yeah, because supposedly she was trying to say that there was a sorority party going on.
Yeah. And then she gets killed in some tunnel. They kill
And she
her.
goes to a town because there's like so many music box. Like, no offense, but no offense to her character, but this is where it's stupid. I know other people might not know. If you're in a horror situation, if you're in a situation, especially during the whole killing clown phase was going on.
Was this movie during that phase?
It was after it. Because that
Uh-huh.
was like after we graduated high school.
2017, this movie was.
Okay, so it might have been roughly around the same time.
Yeah.
If you hear music or a little music box playing in a creepy little tunnel, the one thing you should do is turn around and walk the opposite direction.
No, remember she's kind of like supposed to be like this generic college girl.
Fair.
Um,
But why the fuck would you walk towards it?
so anyway, she gets killed by this guy in like in a baby face mask.
Uh-huh.
Um, and then she wakes back up at the beginning of the day again. Oh, it's also her birthday. Sorry, we didn't actually explain that.
I think we did when with the cupcake.
Yes, so it's her birthday, which is why it's called Happy Death Day, and why we're doing it for our birthdays. Because we're also going to do Happy Death Day 2 for his birthday coming up on April 8th. I almost say April 13th.
I don't get how.
I don't know either. It's my brain. I don't understand how it works either.
Continue.
Okay, so
She gets killed. She wakes up.
she freaks out as like any normal person would in that situation.
Yeah, you see a killer right in front of you appear out of nowhere. It's like being at the haunted. It's like the tunnel scene for you.
Right.
So in case we haven't recapped this story, we went to a haunted house.
And we've said this story before.
We have.
Yeah.
I'm going to recap it.
Okay, you recap
We
it.
went to a haunted. It's a haunted woods, basically. That you have to walk this entire trail through the woods.
We wouldn't even do that again. We didn't do it last year. We probably won't do it this
Kaylee
year.
and I did. We went last year with Zach and his fiance.
Well, I think Ryan and I don't know.
Yeah, you guys canceled the last minute.
I never really said I was going.
Well, we need to get the whole group to go.
I never said I was going to it.
Still, they did the tunnel thing again.
Yeah, you told me.
Yeah, so there's a tunnel trail. The part of the trail leads to this tunnel that gets narrow towards the end. And when he was with us because it was you, me, and our Ryan's wife, Julia.
Yeah, because she moved away.
Yeah, but they're moving back this year.
Oh, they are?
No, they're not. Next year, they're moving back next year.
What did they? Okay, keep ADHD. Hayden.
Yeah, sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. So it gets narrowed down the hall, and Julie and I put you in front of us because it was fun to watch you scream and get scared. To be honest.
Yes. Okay, so
This dude comes out of nowhere in the dark, and he's just banging, and the lights turn on.
He didn't come out of the dark.
I thought he did.
No, he was staying in the middle, hitting the side.
But there wasn't. But the lights turned on every time he would bang the sides.
I don't know that, but like
He did bang the sides.
Yeah, I don't remember the lights went on or not, but like you could see him because his face was glowing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he had a porch mask on.
But the fact that we had to walk towards him and he just stood there and we had to squeeze past him.
So when I get scared, you saw this a lot that night. When I get scared, I plug my ears like this.
He did that through Terrifier 3. You did do that a few times.
I did it more in Alien Romulus.
You didn't do that in Alien Romulus.
Yes, I did.
Oh, you did?
Yes.
I remember you doing it more in Terrifier.
I know. Boogeyman. I did it a lot in Boogeyman.
Yeah, that's a good one.
We need to do that movie. Because you can tell them how many times I got scared and people
we need to
me.
do the movie with the lights. The one where if you turn off the lights, Like the scene that you turn off the light. There's a woman in the doorway. You turn them off. She's gone. Turn them off. She's there. Turn them on. She's gone.
I don't know that one.
Oh, I can show you that. That one was a good movie.
We also need to do Boogeyman because you can also tell them how batty I guess the other people behind us making fun of me. I made you go see Boogeyman with me,
Yeah, I'm trying to remember.
and the people behind us were laughing because I kept getting scared,
They were. Now I remember.
and you had to tell me that in the call.
Yeah, I remember that now.
Yeah,
Dude, it's been a while.
I know. The movie came out like in 2022 or 23, 23.
Dude, you're asking me.
Anyway, talking about Happy Death Day now.
Get back, because ADHD here, and we're
You're the one who got off topic that time.
20 minutes in, and we're constantly not even halfway through this movie.
Studios talk all. We got this, brother. I hit the microphone. I don't know where we are.
We're the part where
Okay,
she gets
so
killed in the
anyway,
tunnel and she wakes up.
Anyway, she wakes up, freaks out, and she meets this guy named Carter, right? And his roommate comes in and he's like, did you get that fine vagina last night?
I thought he was talking about. I think he said
You could.
I have no idea. I thought it was fine pussy.
No, it's vagina. Because I remember him throwing a pillow at him and calling him a dickhead.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So she goes out, leaves the dorms, and she sees a girl with global warming, I think.
Yeah, it was global warming. She was signed for global warming, and then there's a couple does lay in the grass, and sprinklers go off,
Yes.
and then some drunk guy passes out.
No, I think it was child.
You sure?
Yeah, because he was acting like, to me the scene felt more like he was making him do it longer. So to me it looked like he was more tired than drunk.
No, see, he played. It looked like he was drunk because the way he collapsed. It could have been both.
It could have been both. It could have been both. So she goes back to this royalty house and she, passes girl, and she waves at her, and she meets I guess the leader of the royalty house.
I think it's like a mother name.
Okay. I've obviously never been inside this royalty house before.
I could ask my cousin because she was in one.
I think my sister was in one too. And she goes upstairs back to her room, and her roommate's like, "Oh, you're back. You're finally back."
Yeah.
And she gives her a cupcake because it's her birthday.
Yeah.
And I can't remember what happens after this.
She blows out the candle and then throws it away.
The second time though.
She says no. No, actually, no, she doesn't say no. Actually, I don't remember the second time.
I don't remember.
I think she just sets it down. I think she sets it down though.
She says it. I don't think she even gives her the cupcake that time.
No, I think she takes it
because she walks right out of the room.
She does?
Yeah.
Okay.
So she walks out, and I can't remember where she goes. Oh, she goes to the doctor to try talking to him because she's freaking out.
Yeah,
but then his wife comes, and the wife definitely knew.
Yeah, the wife definitely knew. Well, the way she sat down and gave her that look.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, the wife definitely knew what was going on. She's not dumb.
No.
And then,
she heads back to.
She heads back and goes to the party.
No, she heads back to.
She goes back to the sorority house.
The power outage happens.
The power outage happens, and then she goes to this sorority party, and it turned out to be a birthday party.
Well, she goes down the path, leads her to a tunnel, sees a music box, and turns around.
Yes, she does.
And then heads towards the house.
And it's a birthday party for her.
And some guy's in the door, and then all of a sudden she decks him.
Because he's wearing a baby mask.
Yeah, he was.
I mean, to be fair, that's a
guy comes out of the shower with a baby mask. Boom.
Oh, but why would you do that? Why would you scare someone in the doorway? And that was a pretty good. He full on collapsed.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
I mean, yeah. If somebody came out of the shadows of nowhere, I'm pretty sure you get decked.
Yeah, no, good for her. That was a full on. He fell to the floor.
Yeah. And he got humiliated after that because a lot of people were telling him, you gotta sit.
Yeah. So, Anyway, the same guy takes her up to his room.
No, I think she sneaks up to his room. But she snuck up to his room.
Maybe.
Unless he didn't, but I don't remember him fighting.
I don't remember. Anyway, because he scales her with the baby mask again.
Yeah.
And then the actual baby killer comes inside. That sounds bad.
No, so she scares her. She takes off the mask, then starts raving in his room.
Yes.
Which, no offense, that is just very. What girl finds that attractive?
Oh,
What
she did.
woman would
She
find?
did. I just messed up my entire.
She found that attractive. A man just dancing in his.
She didn't leave.
True. And then she turns around away from him as he's dancing, and then
And then the
the
baby
killer comes
killer
out of the
says,
closet.
"No, I thought he came out of the doorway."
No, he came out of the closet.
Okay.
And somehow there's a brawl in the background that she doesn't even hear. Or no.
Well, because there's music playing.
I know, but there's like the funniest side little scene right there.
And so he kills him. The
On
killer.
the floor.
Yes.
She turns around and he's like this with the weapon behind her hand and playing up. Yeah, I'm still the same guy.
And
Oh, really? Why is there a dead body right there?
I can't remember how she dies in that one.
She gets stabbed through the door. She tries to run up the. No, not that scene.
No, that's when she's in the hospital.
She gets hit. She gets killed a bomb.
That's right. Yep. So anyway, the movie
Weed
starts.
kills people.
What?
Weed kills people.
Right.
Literally.
Yeah. Bonds kill people. That's another movie we need to do. We need to do Evil Bond.
The fuck movie is that? No, I've never even heard of that one.
Hold on, let me look up.
Evil Bong.
I think that's what it's called.
Is this as bad as the Gingerbread Man?
I don't. I'm not even sure if I've ever seen the one.
Jesus crap. What do people just smoke out of it and all of a sudden they turn the evil people
I
or
don't
some
know,
shit?
but like, it's an actual thing.
Dear Lord, it is. Oh, hey, look, Basket Case.
That's another one we can do.
Basket Case is a good one.
I like Basket Case 2 better.
Hmm.
Anyway, so she wakes up and she meets this guy named Carter. Are we really going to do this for a third time?
You wanted to do this bit.
Okay, we did it bit.
We don't have
No,
to do it.
no. We did it a second time. So she wakes up fully freaked out now, and I think that's when it goes into
That's
the
when she
montage.
starts feeling like the pain. Like, sorry.
No, that's
No?
later on because it does a montage of all her deaths.
Oh, yeah, there. Okay.
Oh no,
No,
she talks to I think Carter, and he's like, okay, make a list of all the suspects.
yeah, and this
And
is where she finds out that he's actually a genuinely nice guy.
yeah, because he's like, oh, I didn't sleep with you.
Yeah, I slept in my roommate's bed. You slept on mine.
Yeah, yeah.
Because she thought she was drugged and.
No, she didn't think she was drugged.
Oh, she didn't?
No.
Oh.
I never got that impression unless it was
Yeah,
like,
I got that impression off the way
gotcha.
she treated him.
Gotcha. You know, so she talks to Carter, finds out like, oh, he's actually like a good person.
And he's not the. I guess this is where she thinks like, okay, it's not him or something.
Yeah. And he says make a suspect list and cross off those names as you know, keep going.
Yeah, as you keep going.
And so then it goes through a montage of like all for deaths and stuff. And there was one time, I don't know if you caught this, she was walking out on campus fully naked.
Oh yeah, no, I remember that one.
Because I was eating breakfast at that moment.
It probably caught you by surprise.
It did. And all of a sudden I look at the screen and she's like, all I see is her shoulders. She's like doing this to someone. It's like the people getting sprayed by sprinklers. And she's doing this. I was like,
yeah, she's at the point she didn't care.
Yes, I was cracking up doing that. I had to rewind it just to make sure I saw the scene correctly.
I thought you were gonna say like your parents walked in. You.
It was on my phone, so when I'm out, I've seen it. But that was one of my favorite moments. because that caught me so off guard. Because I was like, wait, hold on, what? I missed something here. And
I think a similar scene happens in Groundhog's Day. I think Bill Murray does do something like that.
okay, now I'm curious. It's been a hot minute since
I
I've
just
seen it.
remember the one scene that stands out the most from that movie was when he lays in the tub and does the toaster, and he causes a like power outage in the diner down below. That scene stands out the most, but I could have sworn he walks around naked in the town.
I'm happy I don't have my search history activated right now because
Oh my god.
this would be very awkward. Um,
I could be thinking of something else, but I could have sworn.
no, I'm not seeing anything.
Okay. It might have been just the toaster scene. Like I do remember him walking
Yeah,
through.
no, I'm kind of gonna watch this. Oops.
Do that later.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna watch it right now. Anyway,
You can't even chair. I kid you not. I could feel this thing slowly go down every time I lean back. But
I will get you a different chair for next time.
okay, but I'm just saying, I do like the leaning back feature because that's what I like to do most of the time. But the fact that I can feel it just,
I don't have my chair.
also, I just now realized our camera shifted a little bit.
It's really
There we
been
go.
like that for a hot
It
minute.
probably has, but continue.
Oh, I have it locked.
We're 32 minutes in.
We're almost done.
So as it goes on and on,
No, there's one other one I want to talk about.
okay,
There was a Final Destination scene that, or those scene that reminded me of Final
which one
Destination
was that one?
when they both get hit by a bus.
Oh, okay, that's where she's fighting with her roommate because she thinks.
Not roommate, it was the sorority mother.
Okay, still, she gets in a fight because she sees the invitation that had the baby's face on it, and that's where they find them in the middle of the street, and then they both look at the bus that's coming right
Yeah.
at them, and
It just reminded me so much of Final Destination because they've had stuff similar happen.
yeah.
Um, something got my legs on right on top of you. Sorry.
But the one scene in the movie that was like that got me curious is like she's starting to feel the pain every time she wakes up
Yes.
of like everything, and she ends up in the hospital, and she gets to her X-ray, and like the amount of trauma her body has gone through.
Yes. That was interesting. Like that was something I did not expect from the movie.
I didn't expect that either.
And then she thinks she finds out who the killer was in the hospital. It's this escaped convict. Wait, no.
She no, that wasn't it.
No.
But there were slight hints to the escaped convicts
Yes. Um, and
because his
then,
targets were mostly blondes.
yes. Well, that comes up later. Hold on. So she's in the hospital, and then the doctor guy, the
Which
person she's sleeping with,
yeah,
gets killed.
so she knows it's not him.
Yes. And she runs out of the room, and I think she ends up hanging herself in the clock tower.
No, not during that scene. I don't remember how she dies in that one, but there is a scene where she goes to the clock tower just to hang it. Actually, yeah, because she goes down to the basement, gets away from, and realizes, oh wait,
Yeah.
if I uh, if I kill him, then her friend is dead, Carter.
Okay, no. So that happens later. That
Oh,
happens
okay,
later. Yeah. Because I remember that. And I don't remember how she dies in that one. But anyway, she wakes back
that's
up.
where she hangs herself. That's where she does.
Not, I'm talking about the hospital.
Yeah,
No, she doesn't hang herself. I'll explain in a minute. Okay, hold on. Because we're talking about two different hospital scenes. Sorry, two different hospital scenes. Um, so she dies and she goes back and she and Carter start talking again. And she's like, "Hey, your plan sucks, by the way." And he's confused because he doesn't know
yeah, he does.
anything. He doesn't know anything. And they talk, and that's when she sees a news report about the guy in the hospital.
Yes,
And um, So she sees a news report and she runs out of diner or cafe or something that Corn caught her in. And she goes to the hospital, realizes he's already escaped, and Carter comes and saves her,
Yeah.
but he kills him.
Yes.
I
And
really like their relationship.
yeah, there's the relationship slowly builds because then she's to the point where she actually really likes him,
Yes, yes.
and that's where she breaks up with the doctor.
Oh, she did that way all the other movie.
I just remember her flipping him off, and he acts like a complete asshole to her.
Yeah, yeah,
But yet you're the one who started, pretty much,
yeah.
and then it goes on a date with him, and then eats the cupcake that her roommate.
That's later. Was talking about his death
There's
right
so
now.
many scenes. It correlates on every. It's the same thing.
But later, that's the end of the movie when she realizes who the killer was. And you just gave away who the killer was.
Okay,
Okay, you good there?
maybe.
So anyway, he dies, and then the serial killer guy. Hold on, what's his name? I think Thompson.
Don't know.
Toombs. Um, the serial killer guy's name is Toombs, and he goes after her, and that's when she realizes like, oh, if I kill him,
Yeah,
then
that's this.
then the day's not going to reset, and Carter's going to be dead.
Yes.
And so she hangs herself from the clock tower, and she wakes back up, and
No, continue. I just remember something. Continue.
she hugs Carter and be like, "Oh my gosh, you saved me! Like you're an actual awesome person."
Yeah. There's one scene that threw me off from this entire movie.
Okay.
Um, where I think it was either a fling or whatever it was, but the voice she was, I think, talking to, which he's also in the show Letterkenny, but apparently she spies on him through the window, and she's wondering why he always acts so weird. Apparently he's gay and watching gay porn.
Oh, I forgot about that one. Yeah,
And she was like, "Oh, that makes sense." And then turns around and gets stabbed.
I forgot about that.
She had a split chance where she could rip off the mask, and she didn't do it.
um, and then later on, so like like one of the final days that she's doing this, she like starts making amends. So it's like she's turning a better person by
Yeah,
the end of the movie.
that's where she does everything nice.
Yes,
She
and
signs the thing. She warns the people about the sprinkler.
Sprinkler.
She has a pill and gives it to the guy that falls,
Yes.
and then tells that guy that I was just talking about, and says, you go be yourself. You go find yourself the nicest ass to go." I'm like, "Dear Lord."
Um, and it's like she does all this stuff right, but the
I think she
one
also
thing.
talks to her dad too, because he throws
Well,
him
hold
out.
on. The one thing she doesn't, she tries making amends with her roommate, but she doesn't eat the cupcake.
Yeah,
Um, and so she ends up, um, yeah. So she talks to her dad that day, and they both kind of like reconcile their relationship and amend it. And because her and her mom both share the same birthday,
yeah,
and so she was in a lot of pain that day because her mom died, I think, 3 years
yeah.
prior.
3 years ago.
And oh, it was nice. It was nice to see her character grow throughout the movie to become a better person.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, you'll just give me some real look.
Well, because I was remembering another movie that has a similar case.
Gotcha. Um,
Almost a similar case, I
yeah.
guess.
So she gears up for war and goes to this Tombs guy and basically kills him.
Hmm.
Like she kills him. He's dead. Um, and then her and Carter go out on a date.
Yeah. And then
And
come back to the sorority room.
the last thing you see on that date is her eating the cupcake. And then she wakes back up in Carter's bed.
And then the whole day starts all over again.
Yes. So, did you figure out who the killer was?
It took me a while to figure out. When I was watching, I always thought it was the killer that was in the hospital for the most part.
Right.
Fed you every detail to believe it was him.
Yeah.
But then after the
That
cupcake bit,
the most obvious suspect is not the suspect.
that true. But I've noticed that a lot of people were pissed off at her for certain things. Like there were multiple people that could have wanted to kill her.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Like I said, she was not a nice person.
No.
At least in the beginning.
Oh yeah. But the fact that it was the cupcake gave it away.
Yes, it was a cupcake that gave it away.
Yeah. You had your chance to kill the killer and then you didn't do it.
What do you mean?
So the roommate that had the cupcake is the same roommate that had the
Yeah.
invitation card that got hit by the bus.
No,
Yes.
it was a sorority
They
mother.
went to the same prison?
Yeah.
I thought they were the same person.
No,
Oh.
no, because they both died in that scene when they got hit by the
I could have
bus.
sworn. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, they both died in that scene.
Oh, wait. Before we go to that one, I want to talk about the one scene that made me laugh. Is
Okay.
where she's driving the car from the hospital,
Oh, she
gets pulled over by a cop, and the cop goes like, "Do you know why I pulled you over?" And she just immediately says, "I'm drunk. I'm completely."
No, she tries. No, she tries to defend it, and then she's like, "Wait, if I'm drunk, will you take me to jail?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "I'm drunk. I'm so high right now.
Yeah.
I'm on like everything."
And he's like, "Okay," and just books her, puts her in the thing, and all of a sudden, car, the guy goes.
I forgot about that scene.
That
Yeah,
part made me laugh.
but that's how she dies in the hospital. That scene, because
Yeah.
kills her
Yeah.
because he lights the car on fire.
Yes.
Because that's right. Because I had to pause it because I had to go to work. 'Cause that's where I had to pause the movie because I had to like go to work.
Yeah. Now I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's where she got the X-rays, and
Yeah.
that was before the day before that one. She actually got hit across the head with a bat.
Yes.
And that was where there was like a nice transition of her falling and ending up into the bed,
Yes.
which was a really nice touch to the movie. Like that
Yeah.
was smooth.
So anyway, she confronts her roommate and is like, "Hey, you're trying to poison me." And she's like, "No, I'm not. Why would he say that?"
She basically was because then she also was fooling around with the doctor.
Um,
They both were fooling around with the doctor, but she
I
was
think
jealous.
she tried fooling around the doctor, but the doctor always picked Tree over her. That's how I
She
read it.
wanted the A in the class,
Yes.
but never
Yes.
got it.
She didn't even get the D.
No, she didn't.
Um,
She got the F for fuck off.
yeah. So they have like this huge fight, and like the sorority mother's like, "Well, no, what's going on?" And they're like, "Well, you should knock it off." And Tree eventually like pushes her out the window.
she grabs the chandelier and kicks her out the window.
Yeah, yeah. Well, at this point in time, Tree could fight.
Yeah.
Like, she probably died. Oh crap! How many times did they say in the movie?
11?
Yeah, somewhere around there.
11 or 13 times?
Yeah, somewhere around there. I was gonna say 13.
No, I think it's 8. I want to say it's 8 or 9. I think it's single digits.
There's only there's 5 deaths in the montage, I think.
But remember, there's other people that died as well. So I think.
No, I'm talking about 5 of her deaths
Okay.
in the montage. And then you have the 2 before the montage. So
Okay,
that's 7. And I think there's like 3 more after the montage.
Okay, so it could have been 11.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was very though. It was like under 15 at least.
Hmm.
Well, someone will correct us.
Yeah.
And so yeah. So then Carter plays that evil prank on her.
Yeah, where she wakes up in his bed and he plays it off like the day was repeating. And she's like, fuck, no. And he goes like, I'm messing with you.
Yes.
To be honest, if there was a day, I would have. So I'm sorry, sweetie, if you're watching this, I would have done that to you too. I would still do that to Kaylee.
She shouldn't be that surprised. But
No, she shouldn't.
but overall, like I really like this movie.
It wasn't bad. It was definitely very suspenseful.
I don't know if suspenseful. It was.
It kept you on your toes a little bit because
Yeah,
when the killer's gonna pop out.
yeah, yeah, I did. Um, but it was kind of like a fun little mystery type thing, and
Yeah,
overall, I enjoyed it.
the fact that it was her roommate trying to poison her, all because she was jealous.
I'll be really surprised. Look at this road he goes.
That's true.
Like, look how all of them act inside the movie. Look how they act in Mean Girls, all pitch perfect.
They don't. Okay, okay, fair. Some do that in Pitch Perfect, but they don't go to the point of killing.
True, true. You can't see
Mean
the.
Girls like to see Mean Girls because
I'm saying,
apparently she pushed her in front of a bus. Yes, I know the movie Mean Girls.
well, I watched my niece's performance in it last year.
Did they do the bus scene?
No, but she had to say really inappropriate thing that's really fun to watch.
What?
I'll show you the clip. I can't remember. I actually bought the Mean Girls clip.
How do they not do the bus scene?
They may have done the busing. I
I
can't
could have
remember.
easily taken a cardboard box full of kids and just ran it towards the girl.
They may have done the bus scene. Oh no, I think she got pushed off a table or something. I can't
Oh,
remember. Anyway, anything else you want to add about Happy Death Day? Ooh, I made something up.
Jay shook the table.
Anything else you want to add about Happy Death Day?
If a friend offers you a single cupcake with a candle, don't eat it.
Hey, Hayden.
Hey, Graham.
I have treats for you on Sunday, okay? Anyway,
You mean for you?
for you.
It's your birthday first.
I'm not eating any cupcakes you give me.
You sure about that?
Yes. Actually, I may make it too short for Sunday. I haven't decided yet.
Huh.
I don't know. I can't really have sugar, though.
Why?
Mint.
Oh, that's right. I forgot we were in the middle of that.
I'm not even in the middle. It's not even a week, and I only want
I thought one
sugar.
already started.
It's
I made the graphic for it.
no. I said, but I mean in the middle. It just started.
Oh, just okay. So it's a good
Yeah,
thing I haven't seen any red meat.
you can have red meat
I thought, it was-
only on Fridays.
yeah. Dude, you know how I am with.
Well, just ask me. I know things. Anyway, this is Graveyard Shift. We're two idiots talk all. Good night, everyone.